How's it going, guys? Today, I would like to talk about your comfort zone and how dangerous your comfort zone can be for you. Now, I am someone that, as much as I do like my comfort zone, I do like to experiment with things sometimes and try new things, but I often find myself retreating back to my comfort zone and not being super social and not really trying to I just like to stick to what I'm good at and what I'm used to and not do too much outside of that. So, one example of this is talking to people. I'm really bad at it. It's something I've seen as a problem for a while, but it's not really something I've actively put effort into. I think it is something that, yes, you should practice it, but it also does just kind of come as you get older and you have more experiences and there's just more that you're able to speak on. If you have more knowledge about just everything going on in the world and just relevant stuff, then it's easier to talk with people. There's not much that practice can do to help you talk on a specific topic. Practice can just help you keep a conversation going. I have been really bad historically. I've been really bad at keeping a conversation going and talking to new people. It's something I've been working on throughout my years of being in college. I've actually recently, almost a year now, I found a new group of friends. It was because I got a new job, and when you get jobs, you have to mingle with a whole bunch of new people, and so that's what I did. I'm best at mingling when I'm put into these situations where I have to, when you're in a group in class or you get a new job or anything like that. Those are the situations where I'm best at mingling because everyone has to do it. If it's something like you're in class and it's before class starts and you want to just turn to the person beside you and start a conversation, I find that stuff really hard because it's not something where they are forced into the conversation as well. It's more of you have to try to make them want to join the conversation. So I was put into this new job and I met a whole bunch of new people and made some great friends. And one friend in particular has been really kind to me. He's an awesome guy. I credit all of the change I've gone through in the past year to him, pretty much. But I met him and we connected really quickly. We had a lot of things in common. And one night he invited me over to a wine and cheese tasting. And I had just turned 21 maybe like a month ago, so I had never really had wine and I had never been to any kind of tasting like this. And I really did not want to go because I wouldn't know anyone there besides him. But I kind of talked myself into it and I finally gave in and I told myself, just go. And if you don't enjoy it, you can leave early. And if you do, then hey, that's awesome. And I go. And I find him there, and there was one other coworker there that I was kind of friends with, but it's not like we hung out. And then there was also someone else there that I actually had served, because I worked at a coffee shop. I had actually served him coffee earlier in the day, and he recognized me, so there was a new person that I could talk to. And we talked, and we got along, and we're actually really good friends to this day, even though we shit on each other all the time. We're really good friends. And the host of the wine and cheese tasting, I didn't directly give him my number because I was too shy to go up and talk to him, but I told my friend hey, give him my number. If he does anything like this again, tell him I'd love to come. And he did. And then it turns out that this guy hosts dinner. He loves cooking. He loves hosting things at his house. So he hosted dinner every week, and it was just me and my friend from work and him and then whoever else was invited. And this has really helped me get out of my comfort zone, because my comfort zone has always been stick with my friends that I've had since elementary and middle school, play games when I'm at home. I play a lot of Switch. I like to play, Xbox, all that crap. I don't really play Xbox anymore, but so going out and going to this wine tasting really broke my comfort zone of wanting to stay home and talk to my friends that I'm used to and playing games with them and that kind of stuff. And I think it's really been great for me. I really made a good group of friends here at college, and I stayed here during the summer, and it's about 3 hours away from my home. So staying 3 hours away from home is rough because it's a drive that's not awful, but it's also not one that I want to make all the time. And I have friends from home come and visit me every now and then, maybe 2 or 3 times a year, but it's not something I could just drive home on the weekend and drive back. People do that, but I don't want to. So having this group of friends really helped me get through the summer, and it's really taught me how to kind of be more social and get out of my comfort zone, because they do these hosting things all the time. Like, it went from a group of just the three of us to one more when we added someone else, or not really added, but when someone else from work started coming more often. And then the kid that I met at the wine and cheese tasting that I served at the coffee shop, he started coming to the dinners more. And it's just turned into like this big group of like 12 or 13 people that aren't always around at the same time. It's usually like the 6 consistent ones or so, 5 or 6 consistent people that are usually there at every single one. But we have this great group of friends, and this all came from me just getting out of my comfort zone and going to something that I really didn't want to go to. I've never been someone that struggled with anxiety or depression, and I feel really fortunate for that. But every time I am asked to go to something and I just don't know how it's going to go, like going to this wine and cheese tasting, I'm not sure if I'm going to know anybody. I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy it. I always get this feeling in me, and I assume it's anxiety. I'm not really sure what exactly. But I always get this doubt of whether I'm going to have fun. And I always tell myself that I don't want to go. And I get this feeling that I'm just not going to enjoy it at all. But just overcoming that this one time and going to this one event completely changed. I don't want to say completely changed my life, but it's really changed a lot. It's given me a good group of friends. I know where I'm going to live after college now. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to go back home to my parents' house because I have friends that I can live with. Another thing that I've done recently that's gotten me out of my comfort zone is running. I hate running, and I actually ran recently for 30 days. It is a video that I'm making. I'm in the process of making it. I hope to have it out in a week, next Saturday. But I hate running. It's never been something that I've enjoyed. When I started going to the gym, it was the only thing I did, and that's made me resent it because it's not enjoyable. I don't like it at all compared to when I go to the gym now. I mainly lift weights, and I find that a lot more fun and enjoyable, and it doesn't wear me out as much, but it still feels like I've done enough to benefit myself, if that makes sense. Anyways, I hate running. I've never been a fan of it. And I told myself that I would run for 30 days. And I held myself to it. And boy, I did not, I don't know. I kind of liked it, didn't like it. I don't know. But I got myself out of the comfort zone, and that's all that matters. I did this little experiment of running just to get myself out of the comfort zone, just to help myself see if I would enjoy it, see if I would still hate it. I mean, I see why people do it now. And I don't completely hate it anymore, but it's just not something I want to do by choice. But doing these tiny little things to try and do a little bit to get out of your comfort zone, I think can be really beneficial. If you just take one day and say, okay, my comfort zone is sitting down on the couch and scrolling through social media. If you take one day and just don't do that, completely no usage of social media, or maybe a week if one day isn't enough, but no usage of, or no giving in to your comfort zone for a short little period of time, you can really see what kind of benefit this can have on you and how it can change your perspective on yourself and what you enjoy to do. And I think it's really important that people always fall back into their comfort zone because, well, it's a comfort zone because it's comfortable. It's what people like to do. And I think it's important to challenge that and challenge yourself to see if there's something you're missing out on that you actually really enjoy but you didn't know about, or if you are spending too much time doing this thing. Like maybe you spend too much time on social media. Maybe you're one of those people that is one of my biggest pet peeves. Maybe you're one of those people that goes out to eat with your friend and you're sitting at the restaurant and you scroll through your phone, whether you're doing social media, if you're messaging someone else, like, honestly, fuck you. You're at dinner to eat with the one person that you're there with, or the 4 or whatever group of people you're there with. Don't fucking message other people while you're sitting there. It's disrespectful. But no matter what you're doing, you want to try to challenge yourself to get out of your comfort zone and test the waters and see if there are other things that you find that you enjoy to do, or that you, I don't know, may lead to it. Maybe it's like a gateway, like I found, to just completely changing your day-to-day life. And I don't know, I'm kind of rambling at this point, but I just wanted to get the point across that it's important to try out new things. And I think everyone should take a step back this week. Try and take a step back and think about what you do day to day and try to, if you have an iPhone or if you have an Android, I don't know, maybe Androids can do this, but if you have an iPhone, check your screen time and see what you spend most of your time on. Maybe you see, oh my God, I spend 4 hours a day sitting on Twitter. If you see that, maybe try and spend less time or no time at all for a day or two, or maybe a weekend or the weekdays, since you're doing more probably on those days, or maybe a whole week, a month, whatever, and try and see if it's something that really matters to you. See if you really need social media, or if it's just something that passes time, and if you could be doing something better with your time at that moment. But anyways, that's all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know videos have not really been coming in lately, and I've been trying my best, but I have a lot of schoolwork, and I'm working on this big video right now. Worst case scenario, I'll be back on top of it come December, January, after I'll be graduating. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you next time.